welcome to this very special edition of the Explain It podcast, the Squad Up Summit edition. With me is Brenda Villafranco. Did I say it right?
I like
Right?
that.
You like? Oh, you do.
Added like nice little Spanish thing.
Well, isn't it? Okay, cool. If you guys are out there and you can hear us, please let me know because unfortunately, so what you're going to see here is I'm going to actually have to go figure out, oh, there's my Instagram. That's why it flipped it. It flipped it. So we're live on Instagram and unfortunately our portrait view is terrible and I can't figure out how to fix it. So it's okay. It's okay. All right. So Brenda, you came here from Houston. We are in Denver right now. So tell me, why are you back at Squad Up? Like, why is Squad Up so amazing?
So, first off, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
That's number one, super grateful. Second, I came to Squad Up 2 years ago. And for me, it was like one of the best events I've ever attended.
Yeah?
Yeah, I met so many really good people. And I still do business with them till this day.
From Squad Up?
From Squad Up on the first year.
Yeah.
Okay. So then I said, if Squad Up was so amazing the first year, it'd be a no-brainer to come back for a second time.
Yeah.
And so I came back last year, and it was amazing again. And I met really awesome people.
Yeah.
That I do business with.
Yeah.
And it's funny how you can meet someone, but you don't necessarily do business with them. And then later on, they're like, hey, I remember you do transactional funding. Like, I have someone that needs a double close.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, sweet.
Yeah.
One of the cool things that happened to me last year was the final day of Squad Up. I was with two of my friends and we were just kind of like catching up. And it was like during the time of the booths. You remember when they had the booths for like different niches, pre-foreclosures?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
The desks.
Yes.
Yeah, the tables and people. Okay.
Okay, so I was there standing trying to decide which table am I going to choose.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the guys pulled me and was like, hey, one of my investors that I've known for a long time needs a double close. And he was FaceTiming him. Oh, yeah, and he was like, she's right here. And so like me and my friend like waved. We're like, hey, what's up? Like, let's connect after this event. And so I did at the airport. I called him and kind of got to know each other, what he was looking for. And yeah, he needed a double close. A week later, that deal happened, and I've done about 4 deals with that investor.
Wow.
Yeah, since that's what it.
That's so awesome. Okay. So because the audience probably doesn't have a lot of understanding of like double closes and transactional lending and all that, I'm definitely going to ask questions about that. But first, one of the ways that I feel me, you, and like Sub2 Drew really connected was the fact that we all kind of had like this W-2 component to our everyday lives. Now, I lost my job March of 2024, so it's been 2 years officially this month since I've not had a W-2.
So I remember when I met you had a job.
Yeah.
And you were kind of hesitant about leaving it.
Yeah.
You were like, that's all I know.
Well, I kind of got pushed out. So
right. And so now, it unfolded well.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. For the most part.
Yeah.
For the most part. I mean, one of the good things about the way that it had to end, they gave us, I say us because quite a few of us were cut. It was a downsizing thing. Mm-hmm. And I got a severance package from it. But anyway, oh, look, somebody also lost their job last year. I hear you, Willie. So for you currently have a W-2.
Correct.
So what does the day in the life of Brenda look like, being that you have a W-2 and you have this like, hustling like business that you're doing on the side? I presume it's on the side, but I don't know how many hours you dedicate to it. Like, what does that look like?
To be honest, it's really not a lot.
Okay, good. Because I want to give practical advice, because I think when you have a job, sometimes you have a perspective that says, I can't wait until I get to the next thing, and not try to figure out, well, how can you do both things and kind of do them well enough where you can kind of get a sense of what each would look like. So,
yeah. Mm-hmm. So when I got into the lending space, and in what I feel was the right niche for me, is because I have a full-time job.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I can't do fix and flips. I mean, I can. You can do whatever you want.
Mhm.
But I told myself I didn't want to sacrifice the weekends
Mhm.
and like having to like manage and, all these projects. So
Right.
I said, so that's out of my list.
Yeah.
So when I got into the lending space, I said, I can still work a full-time job
Mhm.
and actually still do that where it doesn't interrupt
Yeah.
my day-to-day.
Yeah.
And so for me, giving up 2 hours a week at the most 3,
Mhm.
I'm able to do deals.
Yeah.
And I think what most people miss, and this may go for any niche really, just building those relationships, they take long in the front end, but on the back end, it's so nice.
Yeah.
So like I got here on Monday,
Mhm.
okay, and I received a call from a really good investor of mine and needed an EMD, right, on Tuesday. I didn't have to work for that.
Yeah.
The relationship that I built over the last year and a half with that person,
Yeah.
was like, hey, you're my go-to person.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think people look at it as like, I gotta like hustle and grind, and like you don't have to do any of that
Mhm.
if you just stay consistent.
Yeah.
And when I say consistent, I work so like a typical work week for me, I work Wednesday through Wednesday, and then I'm off for 6 days.
Mm.
So that's like the good about my W-2 is that I have the remaining 6 days to like travel, to actually come and if I wanted to focus and get new leads, then I can set aside a couple 2 to 3 hours out the day and like have new calls with new people, which I'm actually doing now because I would like to build it
And scale it up.
right. I would like to scale it up, but you don't have to. If you're okay with making an extra 5 to 10K a month, amazing. You can actually really do that.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems impossible to some people, but it's because they quit so quickly.
Yeah. So when you first started lending, obviously you have a day job and you're a nurse, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what did you do to be able to educate yourself about what this role, like what this side hustle looked like? Like what were some of the things that maybe the audience could think about doing themselves?
So initially vetting people.
Yeah, but how did you know what to do as a lender? Like, did you go get educated? Did you go get a degree in lending first?
No, I did not.
So how did you learn about lending?
Well, I was part of the Gator course with Pace Morby.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
I didn't know that actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did Gator and I did some of the Zooms and I wrote down notes. For initially, I started off with.
You're like, I paid attention.
Yeah, I did. I took notes. But you know what's so funny about that?
What?
Is that I started off doing private money lending.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I took notes. I did the Zooms. And my very first deal, I went blank. And I was like, where's my notebook? And I'm like freaking out.
Yeah.
And then I called the person that brought me the deal. And I said, honestly, I don't know. Like, I don't even know what the heck to do now. And he's like, don't worry. Like, let's get on a Zoom call. And he like went down like every step of like vetting that person, vetting the title company, vetting the paperwork, right? What exactly do I need? And so having all that in place, and he says, Brenda, that's just the start of it, right? He's like, you got to get on a Zoom call with this investor because I don't know him. And so I got on a call and he's like, and you'll know if you don't feel good about it,
right?
You don't have to do the deal. So I was like, okay. So I looked into the person that brought me the deal. They had a really good track record. I looked into the borrower that needed the money and why he needed that money.
Right.
And then I got on a Zoom call with him. He seemed very pleasant. Again, I didn't know him. And I decided, like, you know what? I feel good about this with all these steps implemented that I learned from the notes.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go ahead and do the deal.
Yeah.
And I did. And thankfully, it was smooth, to be honest. It was a 60-day deal. They were waiting for a refinance.
Okay.
And so that refinance came in on the 59th day. I know it doesn't, and I promise you it does not happen that way most of the time. But this one did.
Yeah.
And I was paid out on my 60th day.
Nice.
And so that's kind of, but why I switched over to transactional funding is because number one, I don't have to underwrite the deal. It's all about communication, contracts in place, and making sure that the title company has that all, and everyone is up to par with
This is
communication.
interesting. Okay, so let's take it back for a moment. So you were private money lending, meaning you were probably taking like a first position loan,
Or second.
okay,
Yeah,
and then so it was very title or not deed of trust centric, where
Yes.
you're having to securitize your position, how much you're lending, and it's probably
Is there enough spread?
yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, it's usually built on something preemptively happening in the future, and it's not a secured future yet, like
Correct.
fixing and flipping, for example.
Right.
So like a fix and flipper would buy the property, and then now you have to go and figure out like what is the ARV.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so transactional funding, it's all like within escrow.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided to do that because number one, it's shorter,
Mm-hmm.
right? Within hours,
Yeah.
max. Sometimes lately people have been getting creative and have been doing these like 2-day in escrow deals.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, mostly it all happens within the same day. Unless you're doing an earnest money deposit,
Okay.
which average takes 30 days. If not, it gets extended to another 30 days.
Mm.
And that's about it.
Yeah.
I don't do 60 plus. I just do at 60, up to 60.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's so if you're getting like an RV park
Mm-hmm.
and you said, hey, Brenda, I need earnest money deposit, but you told me that you needed it for 90 days. I will tell you that doesn't fit my lending box, but it may for someone else.
Got it. That's very interesting. Okay. And so you're more involved in like quick hitting deals versus ones that can brew a little.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how many deals were you doing in the PML space before you started transitioning to the transaction lending space?
So the PML space, I probably did about 15 to 20 deals.
Okay.
Yeah.
All while having a W-2, guys.
Yes.
So how bad do you want it?
Yeah.
And then was that all your money?
Yes.
It was all your money.
Mhm.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. And so that was part of your PMLing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So that was all my money.
Um,
And then I got into the transactional, which is amazing now because I've met some really good funding partners.
Mhm.
So because my money goes in and out quickly,
mhm.
but then say I get 4 more deals and all of a sudden like my money's tied up, right? I'm not going to let that deal go.
Yeah.
And so usually I'll reach out to either one. I have 2 funding partners. So I'll reach out to either one of those 2.
Mhm.
And then I bring them the deal, they fund it, and then we split 50-50.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Oh, look, we got Laura in the comments. Hello, Laura Burbauer. Super excited to see her again. Before I think she goes off to Portugal.
Nice. I'm going there.
Are you?
Yeah.
When
I'm
are you
going
in Portugal?
April next month.
Next month?
Yep. I'm going
Listen,
to the
this girl
Maldives.
travels so much.
Yeah.
You're going to where?
Maldives.
The
Yeah.
Maldives?
Yeah.
Is it I don't know.
I don't know. I guess I'll find out when I get there.
Yeah. Maldives.
Maldives, Maldives. I don't know. All I know is that there's beautiful beaches.
Okay. So she lives in the Azores, which is like, she says the Hawaii of Portugal, or the Hawaii of Europe, excuse me.
Is that
'Cause
north
it's
or
so pretty.
south?
Hi, Courtney. Yeah, she said stop by the Azores. So north or south?
I wonder if it's north or south.
It's
of Portugal.
west. It's
Oh.
west. So like Portugal, for the audience, Portugal's here, and then the island's like all the way over here, just like Hawaii. You know how it's like way to the west.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'm gonna look that up in the map.
Yeah, you should go see Laura. Yeah, and I was like, you should have a retreat there. We should have like a wellness type thing going on. Wouldn't that be fun?
That'd be so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. So Brenda loves to travel. Every time I meet her, she's off somewhere. Like how often do you travel, do you think?
Last year I did maybe about 12 trips.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
Yeah. A lot of them they're all mostly business, to be honest. There was like 3 that were personal.
Okay.
But like I have so much fun.
Yeah.
So it doesn't feel like business.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, and that should be the point.
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
It feels really cool.
So do you see yourself going into like the transactional lending space and kind of, saying goodbye to your W-2, or do you feel like it's something that you see yourself just always doing both?
No, I mean, eventually I'll wean off the W-2, and I kind of tested it out last year.
Yeah.
And just wanted to see like how far am I, how close am I, and I met that goal. But can I do it consistently again? Right. And so that's why this year I want to double that.
So you want to double what you did last year?
Yeah, I want to double what I did last year, and then that way I can say, okay, if I can do this much in a part time, then what is it really capable if I did it full time?
Yeah.
Right. But I also tested my own self, and I took an entire week off where I didn't travel, where I didn't work, and I wasn't disciplined enough. So I did discover that about myself.
Yeah.
So at least with work, why I'm good at the gym is because I have to go to work. So like I get up and go to the gym at 4:30 because I know that at 6:30 I have to be at work. But when I do it off my own schedule, it's like I'll go at noon. I'll go at 8:45 or, but yeah, so I have discovered that about myself. But if I'm truly determined, which I am, I can do it.
Yeah. I think I also recall when I no longer had my W-2, there was always a transition. There was a transition period. There was like a sleeping in period.
Yeah,
because
you're like,
I don't feel like I had to be on like I was when I had a job, and then you slowly create a routine because so every day now I'm probably up around 7. I'm not an early wake up person. No, it's 4:30 business. I don't think so. And then I just start my process. So I get on my PEMF machine. I have it set.
I need to try that one.
You haven't tried it yet?
No, I have to try it.
Oh my goodness. So they have it there. I think there's a couple of people who have their hotel rooms designated.
You've seen a really good amount of substantial change.
Oh, 1,000%.
Interesting.
So I hurt my ankle last summer, and then that caused pain in my right hip. And so I get sciatica pain for whatever compensation I was doing for my ankle. And then I went on one session on a Friday with Rhonda, and I did it and had to pee a whole bunch of it doesn't, we know it, and I had to pee a whole bunch of times, and I was like, I can't, I was like, this is doing something to me. And then the next day I got up and I got ready, and I was totally I was like, wait a second, I have no ankle pain. Yeah.
Wow.
It was really crazy. And so that Saturday night, after literally not really being able to go to the gym consistently with my ankle hurting and whatnot, I was salsa dancing that night, and I couldn't believe it.
Very cool.
And then the following day, I had my sciatica pain did come back though, because we did a lot of sitting in Miami. And then they were doing the PEMF machine, and then once again I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it one more time, and I did it, and my sciatica pain went away, and it hasn't come back.
Wow, that's really cool.
And I haven't even been on it consistently. I've been inconsistently.
Are you supposed to do it every day?
You can do it every day. Yeah. So it's part of my routine now. I wake up in the morning, I hit my little Joe Dispenza abundance mindset thing in the morning, and then I have the PEMF machine going. And then you can't be on your phone while you're on it and whatever. So it's a way to kind of be mindful about waking up.
Be still.
Yeah.
It's a way to be still.
Yeah. And it's not a difficult thing. I have a recliner in my room. It's connected. So it's from bed to there, and it's boom. So she's got Heather on the board right now. Oh, so Heather's on it right now, apparently. Grizzard, I'm assuming. So very cool.
Very cool.
Yeah. And my hot flashes went away as somebody going through premenopause. That's right, ladies. And then so my ankle pain went away, my hip pain went away. So yeah, it's kind of life changing.
I want to try it, but I don't have anything that gives me pain.
You don't have any ailments. I would say to you that you'll probably feel that was Dr. Noe. Dr.
He's
Noe
like,
has
"I'm
no,
happy."
yeah, he had no issues. And so when he was on, he's like, yeah, I mean, felt great. I'm like, yeah, I feel like and not to say that it's not good for all of us, because what it does, if we could take your blood and check the way your inflammation is impacting your cells, and then we would take your blood after you're on the PEMF, you'll see that like the cells are all broken apart. They're not sticking to each other like they would when you have inflammation. Yeah. So it's grounding. So like
I want to try it still.
Yeah.
Just to see. I just want to see, like, did I just get an extra boost of something? Or
So I'm also an everyday coffee drinker.
me too, but I do decaf.
Okay, so you're not a real coffee drinker.
No, I do.
No,
dark
you
roast.
are not a real
I
coffee
do both
drinker.
though. So I do in the
You're
morning.
half
I
calf?
do, yes.
Oh.
No, I do dark roast. I do Pete's dark roast,
Okay.
and then at 3 p.m. I'll do a decaf.
Okay, yeah, you're a coffee drinker. Okay,
Yeah.
so caffeine. Yeah, I don't drink after like 2:00 in the afternoon, but in the morning I've always drank coffee since like my 30s, and since I started doing the PEMF regularly, I didn't drink coffee, and it was totally fine.
Really?
Yeah, because it, like, Rhonda uses it as like a pre-workout because she works out in the morning, and so she'll hit her, like, her morning high frequency on it, and she doesn't drink. Like, she goes and works out because that's her
And she
pre-workout.
doesn't need her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if she drinks coffee. All I know is that I have been able to replace my coffee by doing this.
Very cool.
So
I mean, I like the taste of coffee though. So even if
well,
I had
you're a nurse,
decaf,
though. You know that
Okay.
like coffee takes your magnesium out of your bones.
Yeah, but some people overdo it, right? Just like anything in life. If you can balance it,
No, but you're doing it every day.
yeah, 1 cup of coffee. It's kind of like Diet Coke.
I don't drink Diet Coke.
Oh, okay.
You drink Diet Coke?
Yeah,
I know.
I love Diet Coke.
What was the gal? Is it Andrea Cannon? I think she's like known for her Diet Coke.
Oh yeah, that's her.
She's also another avid traveler.
Yeah, she loves Diet Coke.
Yeah, but
She went to Europe. They don't have Diet Coke there.
I didn't know that.
I think because it has the aspartame.
The cancer causing
Right.
ingredient. Yes.
Yeah, and so they give you Coke Zero. I mean, they don't. I went to Switzerland.
Mhm.
They give you like these 2 lane chips
Mm-hmm.
that if you tried them, you would say, "I don't need to eat chips here ever again." And so, yeah. But as soon as you come to the States, you're like, "Wait, I want some jalapeno Cheetos."
You get addicted here on purpose.
Yeah.
So, when it comes to your private money lending business, so you went from PMLing, which you took the Gator training for it. Are you seeing more and more people focusing on transactional lending now? Do you feel like it's a more secure way of lending?
Yes and no. Right? There's always going to be scammers.
Yeah.
There was a double close that someone connected me to last summer, and everything seemed legit, but it wasn't.
Ooh, how did you
Yeah.
figure that out?
There was like some IP address that was overseas. So what they
Really?
did is they got the title company was legit in Florida, and when you look up the escrow officer, there was one letter from the email address of that escrow officer that was completely off. So I mean, I wouldn't say like
that would be a hard one to catch.
it would, like any beginner would have felt that one, and they would have been scammed out of their money.
How did you? And you just noticed it?
No, I got red flags when usually if someone that I don't know introduces me to a double close or some kind of transactional funding deal, I like to hop on the call because I like to hear them give me the details, even kind of vet them, so to speak. And he never wanted to get on the phone. So that was, to me, that was like my red flag. He's
There
like,
you go.
"Hey,"
Red flag
yeah.
number 1. They don't want to actually talk to you on the phone.
And so I was like, okay, like you're at work. I get it. Like I get busy too. But usually if that happens to me, I'll say, can I call you in the evening when I get off? And so he says, well, what's your email? I was like, well, you don't have to. You can just actually just like send it to the person that sent me that deal. I don't even want you having my email address if you didn't want to get on the phone. And that may be extreme to some people. That's fine. Whatever your preference is. And so he did send that, but everything seemed kind of weird. Like he didn't want to ever connect. So I'm like, so how are we supposed to do a deal if we can't even talk on the phone?
Yeah.
So that was to me was like a super. So then I sent it off to other people that are experts in the transactional funding space to take a look at it.
Right.
And sure enough, like it was a scam.
It was a scam.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so,
Did you contact the title company too and letting them know? Like
That they were
hey,
trying to
they're,
use it.
they're trying to use their
Apparently, someone had already gotten that deal before me, and they did do that.
Really?
Yeah. So they'll try to, they have these like strategic tactics, and if you don't pay close enough attention on the vetting process, it can still happen.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wow.
So
part of your vetting process is really like, how do we connect? How do we talk with each other? And then what is there a framework that you use for vetting people on top of the, I'll say vibes, like catching people's vibes?
I usually only like to do business with people that align with my same values.
Yeah.
Doesn't always happen that way, but for the most part,
Okay, so how do you value vet them? Like
getting to know them over time.
Vetted me like what my values are?
Yeah.
You're like, she likes.
We're a little bit off, but
yeah.
We still align in some way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you saying you're like you're Republican, I'm Democrat or something like that?
No. Okay. No, I definitely don't base it off that.
Okay.
Yeah. I just see how you are as a person.
Yeah.
But that's why I tell people, like, on the front end, it takes time.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And then on the back end, that's like deals start to flow.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And if it's like a random stranger, then I usually take that up with all my funding partners.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense.
Yeah. So it's just like how you still have to vet. You're not getting away from it.
Right.
It's just a different type of vetting.
Yeah.
So you have to just choose what I will say about private money lending versus transactional funding is that with private money lending, you don't have to do work.
You don't have to what?
Do work to get deals.
Oh, okay.
Like you can come to me tomorrow and say, hey, I need PML money. And I'm going to be like, see, I didn't have to work for that.
Yeah.
Versus like transactional lending, if you want to really scale your business, you have to have a consistent routine in getting deal flow.
Got it.
If not, you went from like a 10K month or 20K month, and now it's like down to a 5K month because you didn't stay up to par with the deal flow.
Got it. So it's more like PML's like the ultimate hot girl.
Yeah.
Like everybody's looking for a PML and meaning private money lender. And these are people who are taking a deed of trust. They're doing fix and flip types of loans. It's like 4 to 6 month minimum holds, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Whereas transactional lending, back to what you said, it's really just going through the title process. It's maybe 3 to 6 days ish.
No, it's within the same day.
Really? That's so interesting because my Morby methods have not been that fast.
So the Morby method process will take up to like 30 days.
Yeah.
But the moment it closes, it's within the same day, max 2.
I guess it depends on your
and
DSCR lender.
Yeah.
Because some lenders require
sourcing,
different movement. Yeah.
But we'll know that before funding that.
Right. So
and
then
we'll be like,
decision.
yes, correct.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
And then you can say like, okay, well, I know some transactional funders charge an extra fee for the sourcing. Since it's not gonna be same day.
Yeah.
But even with the double close, if a double close gets moved to a Friday, we're like, if it's not done by 12 p.m. Eastern time, like it's not going to happen the same day.
Right.
So then we're like, can we move this to Monday?
Yeah.
To avoid that whole the weekend.
Yeah. Okay. So what are some of the ways that somebody protects themselves in whether private money lending or transactional lending? Like how do you make sure that, okay, this money is going and coming back the same day?
Contracts are super key. Making sure you have the right contracts. I've heard, well, actually, you know what? Every now and then, I do have a friend. He had every contract in place for an earnest money deposit, and title company screwed it. And he has it all in email, so they're actually in a lawsuit right now. And that title insurance company is gonna have to like pay him out.
Yeah,
because he has it in email that everyone's communication was up to par. So same thing with like mutual release dates. With earnest money deposit, I use it for all 50 states because I noticed that when I first got into the transactional funding space, I had a list of like the mutual release dates.
Okay.
But then I noticed that the non-mutual release date that I was doing an EMD for, they required it. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to add this in for all of them. and it's really not state, like it's more of like the title company and how they work.
Yeah.
So I think never really get on the phone, like less of a phone call when you talk to escrow officer. Everything is in email, so that everyone can like, do you agree with this?
Yes, CYA.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so yes, and so all of that's really all. But you can get an EMD will take about 40 emails from the time it starts to the time it like closes. You'd be surprised. There's like so many like, okay, but do you still agree with this? And then they're like crickets, and then you're like, hey, escrow officer, so before I can, hey, 3 p.m.'s coming, like, do you want me to fund this? And then like your investor's like, what the heck? And I'm like, hey, you're an escrow officer, you're in this email thread, they're taking forever. And so then they have to reply and says, yes, we agree with returning back the funds if this deal doesn't close, right? So yeah, it's a lot of work.
Yeah. Okay, but earnest money, is that considered transactional lending?
It is.
Okay, but
It's mostly transactional funding, like double closes, but it's still within that short-term lending space.
okay.
Yeah.
And then as far as like transactional lending, from what I understand, like A to B to C closes, which is, you know, double closes. Is it like not do title companies agree to that then? They agree to like bounce around the cash?
Yep.
Okay. Got it. What I've done in the past
is a pass through.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I just make sure.
I lost a double close for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, you know.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks, title company.
Yeah. Thanks, title company, for being so flexible with your investors.
I'm like, wait, you guys doing this transaction? You already gave money off the entire transaction.
Yeah.
Now you want to do a pass through charge? Whatever.
Yeah. And so what that means is if you have a contract, some title companies will allow the funding from the B to C contract to close on the A to B before they reconcile both accounts. So yeah, I've literally, I think I've done like 3 or 4 like that.
Really?
Yeah.
There's no wonder why you haven't called me.
Okay, well, see, is that why you're like, this is why we don't align?
Yeah, probably.
No, I'm like, because I know how to save money.
Yeah, exactly. But then it's like, it's so funny because, so sometimes, and then that's the other thing too, right? With relationship building, why it's so key. Because you'll meet wholesalers that don't have an abundance mindset.
Oh, yeah.
And then they're like, hey, I know you do double closes. And then, so I lost one the other day. It was a $45,000 double close. So my minimum charge is $1,500. Right. Basically anything under $100,000.
Just not gonna wake up for less than that. Come on, guys.
Yeah. And so the wholesaler tells me, oh, I thought you were going to charge me this amount, which was, I think, equal to like 10% or something. $1,000. So it was like $500 more.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, help me understand this. Your assignment fee is $11,000. And you care about $400, $500 more. I don't know, make it make sense. And so then I'm like, I have to remember, like, most wholesalers don't have that alignment, like abundance mindset. If I have a really good relationship with you, it's like going to Target or Walmart. I'd rather go to Target and pay a little bit more, but I won't really hear screaming children.
Yeah.
So,
amen.
It's kind of like, what do you prefer?
Yeah. Although Target's a little bit on the down, like on the, it's headed downwards, but whatever. Yes, I agree with you. And I don't know. But I also have like this empathizing like brain because I know how difficult it is. Like we have this wholesale going on right now. Kill me. Like it's so many questions, so many things, despite this person having been around real estate for a bit, and like you would think they'd be more sophisticated where they wouldn't need this much hand holding. The person that's actually purchasing the property. And I'm like, all right. So I kind of had to like hand that off because I couldn't handle it anymore.
Yeah. So I mean, so I lost that double closing.
Yeah.
They went with someone that charged them $500 less.
Okay.
And that's okay, right?
Yeah.
We just didn't align in that sense.
Yeah.
But then it taught me also, like, I'm not going to do a deal with every single person.
Correct. Not everyone is your customer.
But there is an abundance of deals.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to be sad about me losing a deal because of a pass-through or someone's mindset.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine.
Yeah.
I'll still, regardless, get deals in.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think one of the things that are really incredible about you is that so many people know you for this role now, and you have such integrity and like such good relationships that like that's why your name is said even when you're not in the room. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In a very positive way, because you leave that legacy with you when you go to these conferences and you talk to people and you make sure you feel like you make sure people feel good about when they speak with you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's very cool.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
That was nice.
absolutely. And hey, if I can hike, how many miles did we hike?
Oh my God. I just told my
That's
friend
awful.
about that.
That's awesome.
We went hiking, but it wasn't as bad as our hike.
No. Okay. Yeah.
No, this was like a breeze.
Yeah.
And I told her about our hike happening. What was that? Was it last summer? No, the previous summer, 2 summers ago.
2 summers ago.
Yeah, and how we thought it was going to be this like 2-mile hike, and we would get done and eat ice cream afterwards. But in reality, it went from like 7 a.m. to like 3 p.m.
Yeah,
it was literally a whole day.
Yeah. It was like a over 7-mile hike. No.
Yeah, it was like a 7-mile hike.
And it was inclines and switchbacks, and
it's pretty brutal when my cell phone said that I was in Canada. It said at the very top,
oh yeah,
"Welcome to Canada."
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah.
This wind is
We're-
knocking me out.
We were in Glacier Park in Montana, and so our friend Chai and our other friend Prakash. Actually, Chai didn't go. Prakash went.
That's correct.
And he's like, no biggie.
Yeah, he was like, "Guys, we'll be done in no time by like noon." I think it's what he said.
Mm-hmm.
And boy, were we
Absolutely wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was a really good hike.
Uh-huh.
I feel like I connected with you more.
Mm-hmm.
I connected with a few other people that I never got a chance to really talk to, and that was really cool. And that's when I found out actually that my superpower is building relationships.
Yeah.
Eric Fuller actually mentioned that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He's like, you should do connecting. I was like, no, and he was like, no, but even if you don't do connecting, like, you do have that superpower of building relationships. Like, you're really genuine. You take your time.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, that's like someone looking from the outside. So I'm like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of took it with me and kind of ran with it, really.
Yeah.
And so, so I'm actually excited to see him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I have an unread text message from him right now that I haven't looked at yet.
Yeah.
So
He's
I think
really
he was
awesome.
coming in today. Yeah. Yeah,
And
he's
so-
good.
Yeah, so I got to know him. There was like 7 of us?
Something like
It's
that.
something
I
like that.
think. Yeah. Edith, Prakash, you,
Eric,
me, Eric.
Luger,
Well, yeah.
and I feel like I'm missing a couple of people. Anne McNamara,
Anne McNamara?
right? Yeah, with her husband. She was part of it.
Oh,
Yeah, she was there.
okay.
Yeah.
I trust you. I don't remember anything anymore. Premenopause has really killed my brain cells.
That's so funny.
Okay, yeah. And so, where do you think transactional lending is going now? Like, have you leveraged any new technology, given that the advent of AI? Like, what have you? Because you've said now, and I've said that you're really good at connecting with people and creating relationships. And I think depending on your perspective on AI can maybe free you more to focus on that, or it can also just be an accelerant in being able to not have to focus on relationships. So like, how are you thinking about AI?
I don't know, because like sometimes I'll go to someone's Instagram profile and say they have a really good post, and I comment and it says check your DMs, and then I'm like turned off because I'm like, dang,
Yeah.
I don't want to check my DMs. I'm not even leaving that type of comment. I'm leaving like, hey, this was XYZ, and then I'm like, dang, turn that off, you know?
Yeah. Got it. Because you value a different type of experience with someone.
I rather have 5 solidified relationships, and if all 5 can bring me at the very minimum 2 deals a month, I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Versus like me trying to use AI to, I'm not against it,
Yeah.
but I think that for me, my preference would be solidifying those 5,
Yeah.
and then over time continuing that relationship versus like me having to get you, because usually I get a lot of referrals too. Like people send me deals and then I pay them out a referral fee.
Yeah.
So I just had a deal that paid out today, and that wasn't like me looking for that deal. That was a deal someone brought to me, and then it closed, and so now I gave them a referral fee.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So
awesome. So when do I get my affiliate link?
I'm telling you, yeah, we need to, right?
You get your little AI affiliate link. There you go.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and then you said you want to do double what you did last year. Is there a goal of a number where then you do know you could probably retire from your, or at least reduce your W-2 hours?
Yeah, I would like to do 50,000 a month.
50,000 a month. Okay. And it's totally achievable. I remember, was it Alexis Morgan? Like she was doing 100,000 a month. I was like, wow. Yeah.
You know, I shadowed her for a couple of days.
No.
I did last February. I reached out to her and I said, hey, I would love to just come shadow you and just see what you work. I don't need to like pick your brain, so to speak. I just want to see how you flow.
Yeah.
And she's like, sure, come on over. So I did. And a lot of it was very like, her day wasn't like a filled day, right? It was just like from 10 to like 3. It was like Zoom call. She meets with her team. She talks about this deal needing funding. And then that's it. Like it's over.
Yeah.
And then we go and like have dinner. And so it was really like, and she told me something that really stuck to me because she's making 100,000 a month at that time. She says, Brenda, when you make 100,000, you have to find more ways to reinvest it. And I don't even waste 100,000 in a month, or even like a fourth of it, something along those lines. She's like, my car's paid off. Like I have my house. So now it's just like using that money to like reinvest it to scale it up even more. But she didn't really have to, you know, because she doesn't use all of it.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah. Somebody asks, how do I get into real estate without capital?
Easy. Just find a deal for me, bring it to me, and I'll take care of the rest. And
There
you
you
get a fee for it.
Money bags Brenda over here. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that is the reality that I didn't know until I came into Sub2. So the whole reason I came and joined Sub2 is that we had about $40,000 in the bank to go invest with. And we're like, okay, let's go buy a fix and flip.
Yeah.
You know, that has to be enough down payment to go get a loan and start the process of borrowing money and, you know, flipping. Like I had no concept of like hard money lenders, like, you know, vetting you and how experienced are you? Have you done this? And I was like, you know me, I'm Latina. I have like all the cousins that can help me with all the things, you know, or friends and family, whatever that can help. So I was trying to brave it out, and I went. I think I was working with somebody at Net Worth Realty at the time, and thank God I didn't buy anything, because I swear every deal I've ever looked at from the numbers don't make sense to me. But anyway, they're like, okay, well, how much do you have? And I was explaining to them like, well, you don't have enough. And I was like, okay, well, then how do I work with a hard money lender to do this, you know? And so it was really, really difficult. And so then I turned to YouTube, and YouTube was like, showed me Jerry Norton eventually. And he was actually the one that I first started learning about Sub2 from. And then there was a couple of other dudes in Sub2, older guys. I don't even remember their names. But I wasn't connecting with like the materials much with them. That's why I don't remember them.
Yeah.
But Jerry's I did. And then eventually Pace came up from it. And so with Pace coming up from it, and he was like, so do you want to learn the 27 different ways of exiting a deal or something? And then I stayed up till like 2 a.m. watching this YouTube video. And what I learned from that is that you don't need money in your bank account, Latrace Baser. What you need is relationships. That's like, I would say that's probably the most key thing I've learned in real estate. It's not what do you have? It's what do you need, and somebody else has to complement that. So if you're going to, if you want capital, Latrace, you're going to have to go talk to a lot of people and find those who have the capital to invest. But you're going to have to focus on bringing a deal. So you got to go find a deal that the numbers work, so that then you can partner up with that person and do a deal.
Yeah. So like even recently, one of my goals this year is to build my own personal home.
Oh, okay.
So I'm looking for land in Houston.
Oh, you don't want to come move to Arizona?
I know, right? I kind of do, honestly.
Do you?
Yeah, but like I want to have it as a rental, and then just like come during your fall.
In Arizona,
your fall season.
You want a rental in Arizona.
Yeah.
And you want okay, that's fair. That's totally fair.
Then come like live the best 6 months you guys have.
So you do know that Noe and I, we're going to come back to your personal home, but Noe and I are building an extra. So I have a property that I bought on step 2, but it's underwater. So like the debt is higher than the house is worth, but it's a super cute 2-bedroom, 2-bath home. Like the roof was brand new, the AC, everything about it was brand new. Like when the first seller bought it, and then like 2 years later, she was getting a divorce. She was active military. So
it's a VA.
Yeah, so I felt really bad for her situation, because then I don't know if you guys know, but if a soldier goes into foreclosure, there's a lot of clearances that they'll never be able to achieve.
Oh, wow.
And that or they will actually lose if they already have like higher clearances. So I've saved like 3 different veterans so far from going through that.
Nice.
And she was one of them.
Yeah.
And so it was only her name on the mortgage, and so we took over the mortgage. I did it eyes wide open that the property was probably not as worth as much as the debt, but it felt like the debt, like where it was located, it could get short-term rented really fast, because it's like a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. Like you can play with the numbers and you can have enough people be there. I've only struggled 2 months with it, like last summer, but for the most part. But I was like, I had to take that house back from a partnership that went sour, and I was telling Noe, I was like, I'm either going to wrap sell this, or if you want to own it with me, you can help me build a little studio apartment in it, because it has a 2-car carport. So anyways, all to say is, if you want, this thing's going to have a 2-car carport on it. And like, so our goal is to rent it out as a duplex. And then our next opportunity will be then to put an ADU in the back. And Latrace, what I would do then for that deal is find a private money lender who is willing to help us construct the ADU and then have it reevaluated, refinance it out. Because now I've forced depreciation on the property. Now it's no longer underwater, because now it's literally 3 spaces that get rented out. And then I have.
So Noe owns that with you now?
Not yet.
Okay.
Soon. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Probably we'll do our documents probably April, May, because whenever he's able to start the construction, because that's going to be his contribution. He's paying for the construction of all of that, because I've already paid in to hold it for as long as I have. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to look at those pictures. And
yeah, super cute.
see, yeah.
I'm just saying, like, if you ever wanted to hang out, or even at the manor.
Oh, God.
The mindset.
They asked me if I know how to cook. I'm like, why would I waste my time?
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I think
awesome.
I got X'd out.
Really?
Yeah, they were like, do you cook? And I was like, no, I actually get meal prep. And they were like, there was like a face of like disappointment.
Oh my!
It's all good. No worries. Like, I couldn't move anyways, like there at the time. So
no.
It's all good. Yeah.
I'm gonna duke it out with them. What in the world?
They're probably just joking. Probably not though. Honestly,
no.
They were looking for a cook.
I think they need a mom. They want a mom.
Yeah.
We did get a new tenant though, and she does cook.
Oh,
that's what they were telling me. They were looking for a mom, not a roommate.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I'm glad it got covered.
Do you keep KPIs of like how many transactions you've done? Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay. So how many did you do last year?
I know I did over 35 plus EMDs. I have to actually count it, to be honest. Mm-hmm. I did about 10 double closes. And then I did 1 stack. So yeah.
How was your stack experience?
I wouldn't really say it counts, to be honest, because it was very smooth. There was someone I knew. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like had to go.
So it has to be painful in order for it to count?
No, but it just sometimes I think, and it goes back to mindset, right? We think of things have to be hard in order to get rewarded, and that's not really true.
No.
And so that, yeah, see, so I can go back and rephrase it. No, it was just easy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so then it's like, okay, if I tell you
Yeah.
like I get a deal and it's that easy,
Yeah.
yes, it can be that easy.
Yeah.
So
Well, and the universe rewards those who stay consistent. So like that was a reward for
Yeah,
you
yeah,
too. Like,
yeah.
hey, like I recall the first deal I got under contract. It was super easy, and
you were like,
thank God I had just listened to Pace talk about how to speak to a seller and make it sound painful when it's that easy.
wow. Okay.
So like I don't know, whatever Zoom it was in 2021, and the guy was on the phone and he's like telling me what he wants, and I had already underwritten it, which by the way I totally underwrote the wrong house. It was like Google was showing the house behind it.
Oh wow.
And I didn't have all of the information on the house, and so I thought it was like a stucco, really cute, newer
like
built
this.
house. It's a manufactured home. Okay, but anyway, it still worked out. The ARV was right on the money though. Like it was 210. That's how much I ended up selling it for. But he wanted, I think he wanted 110. I think that was the number we landed on. Something like that. I need to go back to my numbers. In the end, after we flipped it, we walked away with like $54,000. That was my first like official contract. But I did a couple of deals in between.
Yeah.
That was and I remember when he first was like, yeah, if you could give me this much, then I'm fine. And I'm like, give me a second. Oh my God, he just wants 110. Okay. Like I was so excited. And then I was like, oh yeah, you know what? I'm going to do what I can. I think we can work it out. Like it had to sound painful.
You're
although
like,
in my head, I was like,
you were like screaming
game.
and like you're already
game
celebrating.
on. Yeah.
You're like, this is great. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But hey, I got him what he wanted.
That's
But
nice.
but there's like such a psychology to selling, because if you say yes too fast,
You're
then
like,
they're
heck?
like, oh shit.
Did I just give them a really good deal?
Yeah, and it goes back to that painful thing. Like it has, like our psychology is that things have to be painful in order for them to work out.
When it
It's
really
so weird.
doesn't.
When it doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah, and it works both ways. So
Yeah.
like, work it to deal with yourself, and then work it to deal with your sellers.
Yeah.
So
Very true.
yeah, interesting.
Mindset's so key though.
Mhm.
I love mindset.
Yeah, and then I got to see you at the workshop with Kay and Nick. What'd you think about that workshop?
Oh, it was really good.
Yeah. Right.
They were they had us like, no, you're not here to just listen to us. Like, here's your tablet and we want to see you work.
Yeah.
And I don't
Like
think
you came to school.
Yeah, it was really cool. I told them, like, that was my feedback to them was, I'm really glad you made us do that, because me implementing those exercises, whether I go back and do that again, I at least know what I need to do
Yeah.
in order to help my business.
Yes.
And that was really a key component.
Absolutely.
And they did a follow-up Zoom a week later where they made us implement our schedule.
Okay.
And you put your entire schedule in with your negotiables and your non-negotiables, family time, getting leads, whatever your money
making
activities are, put that all in there. And then they give you like, tell ChatGPT this entire paragraph, and it gave me an entire schedule. So like if I didn't have W-2, I can go by that entire schedule and follow it Monday through Friday, and it doesn't feel like, oh, I'm getting burned out, because
right,
it was very nicely tailored to,
because it was intentional based on your feedback.
That's correct.
Yeah, that's
and I thought
cool.
that was cool.
Yeah.
And I said, you guys should actually have that at the workshop, but it was so compressed.
Yeah.
That they were like, we might take out, if we have another one, we might take out maybe this portion.
Yeah.
And add that AI.
Yeah. I think that makes a lot of sense.
It was really good. It was totally worth it.
Yeah.
$250.
I mean, the only part that I was mad at is that she didn't come say hi to me. She was like, in and out. I'm here to learn and I'm out.
Yeah. It was 7 a.m. flight, got there at 9:30, stayed there until 4, and then flew back out at 6.
Yeah.
Or something like that. It was super. I got home at like 9.
Yeah.
And I was just like, wow, that was a really, and I love doing those things because on the flight back home, I journal a lot.
Oh.
And so I reflect on those things, and like
Mhm.
people look at it more of like, oh, I didn't want to spend that, right? But it's like 250 plus whatever the flight was, or 250, let's just say, right, give or take. And it may seem like a lot of money, but in the long run, like you investing in yourself,
Yeah.
and like actually doing those schedules to keep you consistent with your business,
Yeah.
you're way more rewarded than
It's a
500.
reinvestment
Yes,
into you and your business.
It really is.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I would do it again in a heartbeat. That was a really good workshop.
That's
I highly
so
recommend
cool.
it.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I love that. I love that for them too. I feel bad that I really, honestly, I was tuckered out.
I actually told them they're charging too cheap.
Yeah. Yeah.
I said you should probably increase it to 500.
Yeah.
I was like, it was really worth. Like if I felt it wasn't good, I would have been like, 200 was cool. Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like that one was actually a really good one. I think it was because they actually made us do the work.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and I actually really appreciate when there's more tactical, like go deploy this kind of stuff, because you can get fluff everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, you go read a book. The book will jazz you up on all the stories and stuff, and I feel like when somebody gives you a framework and like, hey, take these 3 steps, and then you go and you do them.
Yeah, and it wasn't like a million steps.
Yeah.
And it was good to see that Nick, he has that expertise in business and selling a company. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like, I get to learn more. It's like, even though it's at a higher scale of what I'm doing at the time, maybe I'll need that in the future.
Yeah.
You just never know.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And then you've made a really great relationship with someone who you might be able to deploy into what you're doing next.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or can in the future, if I ever do something similar to that, I can always like consult them and people.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's honestly one of the things I look at before I join, even like Squad Up Summit or some of the other, networking opportunities. It's like, what am I there for? Because I don't, going to conferences and going to things, like it's time away from your family.
It is.
And so it's like, or other things like in your business. And so like, going to like, this is one reason I didn't want to actually like readjust my podcast, because we get to do this in person and I don't get to do that in person all the time.
Yeah, I thought that was cool too. I'm like, we're gonna be at Squad Up.
Yeah,
It'd be better, and I like it better interaction.
And so like, bring your intentions when you're going to something like Squad Up Summit like this, and like, Money Bags Brenda, like I literally tell your brain, it's called priming your RAS, your reticular activating system, and you're telling yourself, I'm going to go look for capital and I'm going to find it.
And you will.
Yeah. Because you've primed yourself for
That's
it.
correct. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like be very intentional with
and
clear what you want and what you want to get out of this. Don't go meet a million people. Just you align with whoever you're meant to align with, but as long as you're intentional about that, it'll all align well.
I would say I want to have like anywhere from like 10 to 15 long conversations. Yeah. And then everything else is like, hey, how are you?
Yeah.
Give you a hug. Like, because it is still like a family reunion.
For sure.
So,
yeah. You'll see some people, especially if you came to the first one.
Yeah.
Then the second one.
Oh, yeah. It just it compounds.
Yep. It really does.
Yeah. All right. So you are going to double your numbers this year, which is what, 70 transactions then?
Yeah. I'm sending that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's priming her RAS.
I'm priming my RAS.
And then, are you keeping track, like how you're,
how I'm doing?
Yeah. How are you doing against that number?
Yes.
KPIs, baby.
Yes. So like January was kind of slow. It was like a 5K month.
Yeah.
And then February was a 10K month. And so just trying to like pick that up to.
Yeah.
But I'm not that person. Like, even though I could see KPIs, I can have a really booming summer and then boom, it like makes up for whatever. Right.
Well, and that's the United States typical cycle. Right. So April through end of July into August, that is the real estate cycle, where a lot of transactions happen, and everything else is probably a cooler number. Yeah. So which makes sense. Yeah. So, but then you just have to adjust according to that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Right on.
I can adjust. Yeah.
Cool. Well, Brenda, where should people go to find you and ask you for money?
Instagram. That's my number one go-to.
Okay.
Brenda Builds Wealth.
I'm going to type it out real quick.
Yeah. Just send me a DM or message. Oh, builds.
Oh, shoot. Dang it. There we go.
Yeah.
So go check out Brenda on Instagram, and for all your transactional needs, let's help her get to her goal of doubling up transactions this year.
Yeah.
I'm sure we
thank
can
you.
do it. All
Oh,
right.
yeah. Thank
Cool.
you so much for having me.
Thanks for being on here and doing it live.
Appreciate it.
Awesome. And guys, or I didn't mean live because we're always live, but
Yeah.
we're live every week, but in person.
Yeah.
And doesn't our hair look so amazing?
Thank you.
Right on. So, guys, we'll catch you next week as we do every week at 1 p.m. Arizona time on the Explain It podcast, and we'll see you then.